Okay. Welcome back. Let's lose the overlay because it's not BTSL anymore. Yeah, we'll just hide that for now. All right. This is the Patreon reward cast for SirGforce. You may know him as the giant punster in chat. I believe this is him in the top right, but I could be mistaken. Either way, we have in the upper right corner the red Zerg. I has no skills. And his opponent comes from my friend Stacy's stream. We've got Team Whabam down here in the bottom left representing Terran. Hell yeah! But as far as what this is, we have a Patreon. It's patreon.com/BaseTradeTV. If you guys want to contribute over there, $1, a $2 amount, whatever value you feel comfortable with, it's once a month, and the proceeds all go back into the channel. None of that money goes into my pocket. None of that money is something I use for food or bullshit. That's just stuff we're putting back into either helping curate YouTube or pay our admins, things like that. So as the Patreon grows, it'll expand for more options to do things on the side. One of the rewards for said Patreon is to cast the replay on stream or do it privately. It's up to your choice. And that's been the choice here out of SirGforce. He wanted us to cast the replay publicly, so here we go. Now, I don't know too much about where this is going to sit. From my understanding, these are not going to be high-level matches. So, good luck, have fun surviving this with me, you guys, as we get into the game. But 16-bit, yeah, definitely an older map. I guess we'll find out whether this is an older patch of the game in a moment. Nobody's using skills. Admins get paid on Base Trade TV. Yes, we don't do tournaments without paying admins. I always pay my co-casters, and all these things are made possible thanks to combination Patreon/subscribers. I mean, it's not like a ton of cash. Nobody's making this a full-time job, but it is nice that if you were already going to volunteer, to get a couple of bucks for your troubles. At any rate, I do love Team Whabam. Currently, at the time of me casting this, and on the off chance they happen to be watching, shout out to Stacy and all the people over in StacyCon. They're all celebrating a nice get-together in Vegas at the time of this cast. I really wish I could have gone. I've seen pictures on Twitter, and it looks like a lot of fun. But SirGforce has been, like, in a funny way, threatening me with this replay, so I don't know how good versus bad this would be. He's been kind of like, yeah, this is going to be terrible. Enjoy casting it. While telling me bad jokes. I actually had some fun, too, because over in PAX, where I got to hang out with everybody, he was messaging people I was hanging out with to have them ask me bad jokes, like while we were at dinner and stuff. That's a good guy. But, yeah, Team Whabam down here in the bottom left, I'm definitely rooting for it. Love me some Terran. They do have a base expansion, but a very strange build going with it. A second barracks with another reactor. I guess he'll be churning out as many Marines as he possibly could. Our Zerg player, not doing, well, he's kind of living up to his name here. I has no skills, has almost 100 gas and a drone not mining. Oh, well then, Team Whabam has opted to go for a scan rather than scout. I will be honest with you, I don't know that this scan reveals any information to people at this skill level. Because you scan, and you see slow Zerglings sitting at home, and a player not mining off of their gas with a pretty low worker count. Keep in mind that no amount of Zerglings will break this ramp. As long as the depots are up and these are being repaired, I mean, yes, there will be Marines behind it. And by the way, I think pink is one of the best colors in the game. These Marines look awesome. But the point is, these Zerglings won't get into the base. And that's really where this needs to start thinking about a bailing nest. I mean, he's got the gas to build one. He took an expansion, but he's not mining off of it just yet. A little bit awkward, as the worker count is actually behind that of the Terran. But Bronze League Heroes asks next gen Fear Me. No, not quite. Just my friends and Patreon supporters. So, tomato, tomato, I guess, in that regard. But yeah, walled in like this. Wait. I think that's a full wall. Maybe I'm correct. Does it look like that's a grid space off? I think Lynx could maybe slip through that. We'll see. We will see. Either way, there's a ton of Marines, and honestly, even with like bad control, fighting through a funnel, the Marines should still have a pretty nice edge in the fight. But despite not being supply blocked, we don't have continued production of the Marines out of Mr. Whabam down here. And he's gone for a factory. He's getting a starport up. We don't have a second orbital. Guys, this is just a shit show all around, and I love it. And I love the people playing it. But this is going to be a messy fight. Now, if this is, and I think this is a hole in the wall, these Zerglings will run up, which should be a safe position otherwise. And it is a hole in the wall. But Wabam is not here to defend. Well, he's still got so many Marines, but the Zerglings have got that surround. They run it with the speed. He's running back. He's taking advantage of the positioning. Kudos to you. But it's still just a numbers game, where the Zerglings are perhaps a little bit much. But rather than continue taking a fight that he could have won, I has no skills withdraws, and he is going to open up the wall now. The supply depot will go down. Luckily, this doesn't supply block him because he didn't produce enough units, and both players are floating a ton of minerals at the moment. These are not signs of things you should do when playing StarCraft. That being said, giving it his best, desperately churning out Marines. At some point, there's got to be an SCV pull, and whabam, whabam, whabam! Can you smell what the I has no skills is cooking? Because it's smelling a little bit like roasted wabam over here, guys. We got some fires going too, keeping everybody nice and warm. The Zerglings are just trying to make friends, but every time they come over to give these Marines hugs, they just fall over and die. I don't know they're just trying to help. In fact, the story of this game, as it turns out, was I has no skills is actually trying to bring medicine to the Terran, but they're knocking on the door. Nobody's opening. People just keep dying. It's a mystery for sure. Hopefully they can solve the look. See, they're trying to apply the medicine, but every time they try, things just die on them. Quite a few workers go down here on top of an already interestingly economic game. This does not go well for Pink, who has now pulled his workers, by the way, and with Marauders. Oh, a bold choice, making a unit that is terrible against Zerglings, against a player who is going only Zerglings, but one that will pay off. Okay, as Whabam tries to recover, he does actually have a pretty nice army. The medevac is going to be beautiful in these situations. Stim pack about halfway done. Combat shields to go with this. I think this is looking pretty good for Pink. Red keeps coming across the map, or Dark Pink as I like to call him, and he's just flooding with Lings. There's been no addition of Banelings, no advancement to Roaches. In fact, he just walks past a bunch of bullets and unfortunately into them as he tries to. Alrighty then. More Lings trying to get up here. A wall is attempting to be remade, but it will take another supply depot to make that happen. Zerglings dashing on forward once again. Are you guys hearing this beeping in the background, by the way? I'm just a little bit curious. Sorry, there's I'm hearing a beeping now and again. It's driving me nuts. But yeah, with 2,000 minerals for our Zerg, what he needs are more injects and more hatcheries, possibly, to take advantage of the money. At the moment, he's like a MOBA player. These are the waves of minions coming down the map and hitting the tower. I like this out of chat. Vonka says, that's not a wall, it's a carefully constructed choke. Well, Daddy Wabam is into some kinky stuff, and this choke is looking pretty good. Hopefully it's not something that will hurt at the end of the day. But scans on scans on scans to see what the Zerg is doing. Again, I'm not sure what he's looking for with these scans, as unfortunately this doesn't reveal any information despite multiple scans. My safe word is Ratata. Yeah, with Bam's vision, he at least sees that there are 3 hatcheries that have been taken. Oh, he's worried about Blink Stalkers in Heart of the Swarm, circa 2016. So he's built a sensor tower in his main base. This will be excellent, as it will provide information on any Zerglings that happen to be in his main base. Just on the off chance he didn't see them with his eyes, he could look at the minimap and use sonar via that radar to confirm there are units killing his SCVs. I apologize for the condescension, guys. It's actually really hard to watch how bad this is being handled. But credit where it's due, both players do have an army of sorts. And I think Wabam's got a good enough one that he's feeling confident enough to head out on the map and go for a drop. Never completed this wall, by the way, because again, I want to remind you guys, this is not a wall. It's a carefully constructed choke. Hopefully that choke won't leave any public scar. We're in 50 Shades of Pink territory, guys, although we've only got 2 in this game. There's light pink over here and dark pink over there. Well, 3 medevacs boost up on the right side. There's not a lot of queens in general, but the majority of them happen to be, all of them happen to be at the 3rd base. There's flyers passed out. It's a revolution. It's a party. It's a waiting game. Oh, he sees this with the Overlord, but I don't think he sees this. Do you guys know what I'm saying? Like, he's not. Where is the vision of our Zerg? Okay, he is not looking at the medevacs. This is his vision we're currently on right now, guys. We are following his camera. He's still not realized what's going on in the main. Oh, he is scrolling up here. Oh no, what do I do? He says, where's my units? Oh, okay, there they are. I'll grab half of them. Half of them will do. Oh, darn. It doesn't look like half of them will do. He's going to bring the rest of the Zerglings now, only to die in this choke. And oh my miserable god, that was bad for the Zerg. I think I Has No Skills is probably not going to win the game at this rate, but you never know. At this league, anybody could throw. Everybody plays baseball. You know what I'm saying? It's beer league. Oh, a bunker went up at home, by the way, to cover the hole in his wall. But again, he's not trying to wall off. He's just made another... It's a carefully constructed choke. You know, before he was just using the palm of his hand. Now he's got a little bit of grip with his thumb is what this bunker is. SirGforce, I think, is probably dead. Well, Bam's looking to go finish off the last hatchery currently standing. Now, granted, there are 2,000 minerals. He could run these drones away, possibly build other hatcheries, but not in this situation. Even with the Marines landing directly into Zerglings and Queens, which you should never do, just as a pro tip, guys, it's still not enough. Medevacs go down, but the army is gone. It's 0, and it was 0 on the production tab, but 0-0 with 4-6 Zerglings on the way. All I have to say for this game is thank you for the $15 Patreon support. I hope you will consider doing it again next month. Or don't. Honestly, it's up to you. But that is going to be the elimination as the last few buildings are going down. And once all the buildings die in StarCraft 2, that is game over. If it seems to be the case here. Ooh, the offensive GG out of Wabam. I curse on you, Michael. I hope you stub your toe the next time you happen to be near furniture. I can't believe he just offensively GG'd. All right. Wabam is your winner. Wabam! Guys, I love SirGforce, and I love my friends over at Wabam, but that is going to be it for the game. All right. Now, the stream is done in terms of StarCraft. That's the last StarCraft thing we'll do tonight because we did not reach the sub goal. We did not reach the follow goal. We did not reach the tip goal, so we will not do Beast of the Hill. But what we will do is a few more marble races. So if you guys want in on the marbles, I'm about to get this up in a moment. And I'll play a quick commercial break while I do. So if you want to play, all you got to do is type !play in the chat. It will cue you into the race once you see it on screen. Oh, hang on. This bugs out all the time. The winner of this marble race will be able to select a marble for us to unlock permanently for everybody to enjoy. If you are going to take off, I thank you very much for joining the stream. I hope you followed me on my personal channel. I hope you are following Base Trade TV. But I'm officially changing the game and the title of the stream